get into some college football playoff stuff real quick. And I just want to talk about, kind of the format and things like that. I know they changed the seating and all that from last year, but I still don't like it. Like, I think the 12 best teams need to get in, because I'm going to start with Tulane. They're like, even Tulane's coach came out and said, hey, if we're ranked in the top 25, like, there's probably not a lot of good teams that are playing good football right now. And honestly, like, Tulane has no business being in this playoff. No business. A team like that has no business, because they're going to play a SEC team and they're going to get destroyed. Destroyed. And when they played Ole Miss earlier in the year and in the previous rankings, I'm recording this before the new rankings come out, but they were ranked like they lost to Ole Miss by 30, and they're ranked 6th. Ole Miss is ranked 6th in this college football rankings they just did. So you're telling me right now that Tulane deserves to be in the playoff? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Right now, 4 Power 4 conference champions get in. The highest ranked group of 5 champion, 7 at-large bids. Look, listen, I think it should be the 12 best teams to get in. If you don't have certain teams from certain conferences get in, that's just how it works. That's just how it works. Like, if Tulane's not ranked in the top 12, don't put them in the playoff. Plain and simple there. Like, I don't think there's much really else to say about that. Now, I get it. You're giving people a chance, but, like, go back to the 4-team playoff. When they first created this thing, it was about getting the 4 best teams in the playoff. And now we're sitting here today talking about, oh, the 12 best teams aren't even in the playoff. Because, I mean, this hurts teams like Vanderbilt, who are really good, but are in the SEC. So you're honestly punishing a team for being in a good conference now, essentially. Because if a team has 2 losses in a stacked conference, it's almost impossible to get in. Because unless you're like an Alabama and you have the talent and you have the committee's ear, because I feel like certain teams, have some wiggle room with that, like the Georgias and the Alabamas and things like that. But, like, for a group of 5 team to get in my opinion, they have to make it undeniable. They have to go undefeated in my eyes, because their strength of schedule is not normally good. I mean, Tulane's strength of schedule, I don't even think is ranked top 60 in the nation. Their strength of schedule is terrible. And the one good team they played, they lost to by a lot. They got blown out. So, like, how can we sit here and justify a team like that getting in the playoff? Now, Boise State last year was a little bit of a different story, but we saw what happened when they met up with a good team. They got spanked. And that just happens. That's the difference between these Power 4 and these group of 5 teams. The Power 4 teams play harder teams throughout the season, but, like, it's just like I don't know. But I'm also not really a fan of, like, these SEC teams playing like these cupcake teams. Like, I'll kind of, like, I mean, Texas A&M was playing Samford this week, who's 1-10. Like, at this point of the season, like, why are you playing a team like that? Like, that doesn't even make any sense. I mean, you've got Georgia playing Charlotte. Like, why is that even a game? Alabama's playing Eastern Illinois. Like, why? I mean, they beat him 56-0, but that's supposed to happen. That's supposed to happen. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. But Dan Lanning was kind of taking some shots at these teams about that. So let's go ahead and hear from him, and then we'll kind of tie this thing up real quick.
This conference is a really good conference. It's competitive, right? We didn't play Chattanooga State today, right? Like some other places, right? We competed. So, that being said, it's tough playing 9 conference games. It's tough playing in this league. And we got to take advantage of playing a good team today and attacking that.
And also, just real quick, I feel like there's a lot of different opinions about like certain losses. And I'm going to bring up Miami and Notre Dame as an example, because Miami's currently the highest ranked team in the ACC right now. And they beat Notre Dame. but Notre Dame lost to Miami, but Notre Dame somehow ranked higher. And then I heard somebody on ESPN say, I think it was Joey Galloway. He's like, well, I think it was a different stage of the season. Like, what? Like, if a team's currently ranked and you beat them, you should be ranked higher. And I think Miami has definitely worse losses for sure. I think that might be why they're behind. But, like, still, it kind of doesn't really make sense still, in my opinion, that you're putting them lower than Notre Dame. I don't know. I mean, I get it. Louisville and SMU, though, they're good teams. Like, they're not bad teams. Like, Louisville is ranked a little bit. Like, I think SMU is probably going to be ranked again. I mean, they're starting to pick it up. The ACC is a good conference. It's just not as respected as, like, the SEC or the Big Ten. I mean, I feel like the ACC is closer to the Big Ten than the Big Ten is to the SEC. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do think the gap is very wide with the SEC because, in my opinion, I think you could put at least like 8 teams, 7 teams in the playoff from the SEC, maybe more. I mean, I'd honestly have to look at the rankings, but like just because of the strength of schedule, because you're telling me right now that Tennessee and Tulane, if those two teams play, which Tennessee is not in the playoff and Tulane is in the playoff, you're telling me Tennessee doesn't beat them? Stop it. They do beat them. They beat them all the time. I mean, Tennessee. Do you think Tulane beats LSU, who's not even that good this year? I don't know. I honestly think that's a close game. I think that's a close. If Western Kentucky can give LSU a game, then Tulane can definitely give LSU a game. That's what I'm saying. Like the teams like that. If I'm saying teams like that would play close, I don't think they deserve to be in. I think there needs to be one more tweak to the system. I get you want to, award teams for winning their conference. I'm fine by that. I'm fine by that. And most of the time in the Power Four, if you win your conference, you're in anyways because you're one of the best teams or you're the best team and you have a good record. And I get it. You're trying to replicate it to the NCAA tournament a little bit where you get an automatic bid when you win your conference. But if you're going to do that, you might as well expand the field to like 24 teams, in my opinion, if you're going to do something like that. Give some other group of 5 teams a chance to get in. But that would also be going back on my word, like, hey, the best teams aren't getting in. I think it should be the 12 best teams. If you're ranked in the top 12, I think you should get in the playoff. That's kind of my theory on this.
Talk to me, baby. Talk to me nice. I'm from another world, baby, yeah. Broadway paradise. They think I'm way too cold, cause I put my